Well, investigators say they're responsible for most of the crime in Northwest Florida.
The culprits, gangs, and lots of them.
Christina Leavenworth shows us what Escambia County deputies are doing to stop the madness.
It's a Fox 10 News special report. Christina?
Bob and Lenise, the problem is so big, it's even surprised deputies who have worked in the area for years. We aren't dealing with just one or two gangs in Pensacola. Investigators say there are around 20 suspected gangs in the county that are responsible for about 80% of the violent street crime. We're talking about the murders, the robberies, home invasions that happen on our streets. Investigators say many of these gangs aren't afraid of the law, and they're going after random victims.
We're on W right now.
Webster, how about you act like a soccer mom and park at the high school?
Every week, a team of investigators hits the streets looking for gang members.
We're going to be getting out with a black male wearing a jacket and a skull cap. He may be involved in some of the narcotics transactions down here. Hey man, let me talk to you for a minute.
The common ground? Drugs, money, and crime. Investigators say Escambia County has more criminal gangs than any other area in the region.
There's really these sane guys that grew up together that just have hit the point to where they don't have jobs and they're not going to do anything else but sell drugs and fight with the other ones that are up north in Lincoln Park, Wedgwood, Garnett Street, and Frontiera.
We know for a fact that they've been involved in homicides, home invasions, drive-by shootings, armed robberies. Those are the type of violent crime that these individuals have been involved in.
It's happening right here in Pensacola, a place people move to raise their families. Many of the neighborhoods look safe during the day, but at night, it turns into a war over territory.
Some of these houses are in general neighborhoods because they're trying to get further and further away from the ghettos because they know law enforcement is in on them, so they're getting into regular neighborhoods these days.
That's why Escambia County Sheriff David Morgan created a gang unit about a year ago. But the problem is, the gangs constantly move locations, and they're only getting smarter and bolder.
They're just getting more violent. The more traffic stops you make, the more guns you get.
Investigators say it's usually gang-on-gang violence. But the tragedy is when a random victim is in their path. That's what happened to 25-year-old Jared Ortiz in October of 2009.
He probably never saw it coming. The last thing he probably thought is that, two men were going to come in with guns and he was going to get shot in the back of the head that night.
You can see it happen here in the surveillance video. You see two masked men go into the Oakcrest Bar and Lounge. They shoot and kill Ortiz and then steal from the bar. Investigators say the masked men are Marvin Smith and Brandon Davis. Davis later admitted to being a member of a local gang, the Wedgwood Boys.
I don't think we ever get through it. I think we just go day to day. Now finding out that it definitely was gang related and we definitely have a gang problem, I hope the city looks at it a lot more closely.
Ortiz's mother still deals with the pain every day.
The worst was actually Super Bowl Sunday because it was my birthday, and Jared never missed my birthday.
She wears a pendant with his picture around her neck and has a decal on the back of her truck remembering his life. But now she lives in fear, wondering who might be next.
I'm advertising, I'm the mom of Jared. So does that put me at risk or my family at risk? I don't know the answer to that. I hope not. But it's sad enough that I had to think about it.
Stories like this motivate the Gang Task Force to completely eliminate gangs. But the reality is, that could take years.
Because the problem was not addressed for so long, we have a group that is embedded here in Escambia County, but those groups, as you have seen, because I've shown you some of the pictures, are grooming even kids as young as 8 or 10 years old to follow in their footsteps. This is becoming a family tradition in some areas. And our hope is, not only through incarceration, but through education at the younger age, to stop that circle and make Escambia County a better place.
They're out every week trying to pick off the leaders in the gangs while doing heavy undercover work. But to solve the long-term problem, they're trying to reach the kids directly at the schools.
We have no evidence to indicate active gang activity in our schools. The presentation today that you're going to receive, though, in our concern that we want to share with the superintendent, the board, and the citizens of Escambia County, that we are convinced that they're at the schoolyard. and that our students coming from our schools are dealing with this activity once they leave the school arena.
Investigators are hoping to talk to kids before it's too late, showing them there is a different way, one where they won't spend their life on the streets, in jail, or dead because of their gang affiliation. The goal? That no other mother will have to say goodbye to a son who simply was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
And unfortunately, they make some bad choices, and my son died as one of those decisions. Who wants to live, in a county where the gangs, are this bad?
We do know the names of these gangs in the area, but investigators asked us not to say them because it will only bump up their status in the criminal world. Investigators want parents to recognize there is a gang problem in the area and want them to watch out for certain signs. It could be something as simple as doing certain hand signs or all their friends wearing similar colors. We have plenty of resources on our website, fox10tv.com. Reporting in the studio, Christina Leavenworth, Fox 10 News.
All right, thanks, Christina. U.S.